Hi, I'm Raquel Batista. I am founder and the owner of Lighthouse Consulting. I got invited to speak here at LAX by Sherry because my business is to create companies for expats, and that's what I do. I thought about doing a talk about business culture in Portugal because it's one thing to have a business, but it's a completely different thing to know about the culture about the business in Portugal. You know, any business can thrive and be great here, but as long as you are prepared and as long as you know the playing field that you're playing at, you know the rules, you know everything that you're going to face. And so that way you'll have a lot less hurdles. You'll be able to concentrate and focus on the business, getting your clients, and thrive and grow.
Well, Raquel is actually our consultant for our visa process and business creation. She's been absolutely amazing over this past year. We're finally over here with her help. She always answers our calls. She always answers our messages. And I actually saw that she was speaking and I asked her if it was okay if I came and watched, and she said yes. So here I am.
So if you want to move here to Portugal and move your business along with you, the first thing I would say when you come to me is breathe, okay? This is going to be a long process. It's not overnight, and especially US people tend to be, like, I want it for yesterday. That is not going to happen. So you need to prepare yourself that this is a long process. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. There are going to be a lot of stages in between. You're going to need to have a lot of patience. And I always say that this is like a test. If you can survive the visa part to get here, then you're ready to be in Portugal, because it is quite tough, not only because of the time frame, so it takes a lot of time. It has a lot of bureaucracy involved. You'll need to get a lot of documents and translations and apostilles and all of that. And then it's the fact that it's completely random at times, the timeline that you can get. So there's some people that can do it like in 2 months, and then there's people that, takes a year. And we never know, because the public services that deal with this are extremely overwhelmed. Very difficult to contact with them. They don't answer phones, they don't answer emails. So we really have to work with, be dynamic and be flexible. And so the first thing I would say is breathe and we'll take it slowly. We'll get there, believe it. You need to have resilience to get through the process from start to end.
So I came to the very first Women in Business in Cascais. I came to the very first one and I loved it. I was amazed to see how many international women were doing so many diverse businesses.
First off, I love networking. I came to see the powerful women that are here, see what's going on, develop those connections. Raquel is phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. So much great information from today. I'm so glad I came. She really has been the lighthouse in our journey coming to Portugal. We just got here 2 months ago. We have our AMO appointment in October. Our business is already created and ready to go. So we're happy, we're stoked, we're excited to be here.
I think she just did an incredible job of helping connect the dots and build a bridge between Portuguese culture and immigrant culture. And I loved sort of the conversation around shifting the language from expats to immigrants and trying to connect more deeply into the Portuguese and inviting the Portuguese into these social circles.
There's a great trick that will get you anywhere. If you just try a few words in Portuguese, you will see the physical transformation in that person's face. We are so amazed anytime someone tries to speak Portuguese that we just melt.
I speak Portuguese. I just speak with an English accent. No matter how hard we try, we can't get rid of the accent. One of the experiences I noticed, rather than trying to act like you know the language, is actually just to enter the conversation with humility. Com licença, eu não falo bem português, mas eu quero tentar. Podemos falar?
Falo português como bebê, mas pratico todos os dias. We are learning.
if we ever see someone trying to say, bom dia, desculpe, and we pick up the slightest accent, so you know that person is not Portuguese, sim. And so a good way to get through us is just simple words. Bom dia, obrigada, desculpe, por favor. You know, all of these minor things will get you a long way. And cake also works, by the way, okay? Cake is always the answer to anything, I think.